This is Arts Weekly.
The Sound of Music is one of the classics of American musical theater, and a new production featuring professional and local actors opens July 8th at Different Stages Theater in Huntington. Director Joel Froomkin and actress Lauren Lukacek are here to share some details about this audience favorite, and one of my favorites, I have to admit. Welcome, Joel. Welcome, Lauren, to Arts Weekly. Thank you for joining me.
Hello, sir. Thank you.
Joel, it's so great to have you on Arts Weekly.
It's great to be back.
It's your first time since I've been hosting that you've been
true.
on, and I'm so glad to have you because I'm just a fan of what you're doing out at Huntington.
Thank you so much.
It's incredible what you've done in 7 years. Let's back up a little bit and tell everybody about what you've achieved in 7 years and what brought you here.
Well, 7 years ago, my partner Rich and I began with this idea of starting a theater company, and we looked all over the country for a place that might be a good venue. And finally, we found this beautiful 100-year-old vaudeville house in Huntington, Indiana, where I had never been to Indiana. It was a total leap of faith. And we have ourselves, over 7 years, as we have saved pennies and doing 99% of the labor in-house, we have transformed this old venue into finally a 300 and some seat main stage auditorium for musical theater, which was the dream. And so after 7 years, this is the show.
I can attest to that.
Yes.
That work that you've done, because for 7 years.
The paint is on my,
the paint is on your hands, the hammering, the
scars,
I've had
three broken ribs.
I've had, really?
Yep.
I've had the good fortune to go out to your shows when you had them in your lobby. You finished the lobby first, and you had some wonderful reviews that you did there, and then you were nice enough to give me the backstage tour of what was happening, and gosh darn it, you guys just tore that thing down by yourselves, and of course Rich's mother,
Rich's mom, who is
involved in it as
last
much as
time
anybody
I was on, I said she was 65, and I have never been forgiven because
you never
she is
have.
not.
She's not at all.
Yeah,
but
no.
she's terrific. You guys have done it. I'm so congratulations.
Thank you.
It's just a dream come true for you. And when I was there last time and saw that great creative ceiling you put in that Rich brought pictures to last time he was on. Great answer to could be a difficult problem, but you really solved it.
We're really proud of the space, and the community's reaction. They have such fond memories of what it was. Is just overwhelming when they walk in and see and appreciate all the love that's been put in.
They've really embraced you.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, in your first or second year, you guys were named
we were named Citizens of the Year.
Citizens of the Year. Really,
we've got Main Street Indiana Business of the Year, and so we've been very lucky.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, we'll get to Sound of Music. Lauren, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
Is this your first time to Fort Wayne and to Huntington?
It is. It is my first time to Fort Wayne. I'm from the Midwest, though, so I feel like I'm at home.
Yeah, you're from where?
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, originally.
Okay. And you're trained in the theater, of course.
I am.
Tell us a little bit about that background.
When I was 18, I went to Boston, and I got a degree, a BFA in musical theater at the Boston Conservatory. And then I fulfilled my life stream of moving to New York City, and I've been in Manhattan for the last 5.5 years.
Great. Well, I made it 10 years, and then I just couldn't take it any longer.
They say it takes 7 years to become a true New Yorker.
I think it probably does take about 7 years. And at the cost of living now, let's cut off a year and you can
Right,
have 6.
exactly,
Exactly. And Joel has spent a lot of time there too. Your education's from NYU. Tell us a little bit about that.
I taught at NYU.
Okay.
I was a USC man.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. I taught at Tisch for a while, and I was when I was in New York, I was assisting and directing there, and won Best Director on the Fringe, and so yeah, we were New Yorkers too.
Yeah. I must say that Joel taught for us for a couple of years, and we're sorry to see him go, but now you are teaching at Manchester.
I am, and what's been really exciting about Sound of Music is we're creating with, and the hope is as this professional company grows, we're really trying to make connections happen with IPFW Theater and with Manchester. We have our ensemble nuns, for instance, are from their music department. We've hired a wonderful actor that I discovered at IPFW named Nick Tash, who's since located to Chicago and is coming back for us. Jeff Moore, who used to teach for you, is playing one of our supporting roles and is a lovely, lovely actor, super talented.
Yeah, he's a native. Lots of people know Jeff Moore from his work in town. Yeah,
so
he is an MFA in acting.
It's exciting as we grow to be able to, encourage talent and give them a place where they can get some experience and work with professionals. So that's been really exciting. I'm really glad that I had that experience with you in that department. And I called up Craig and said, Craig Humphrey, and said, who do you think would be interested in this? And so it's exciting.
Yeah. Well, let's hope we would happy to keep that relationship going.
Absolutely.
It was one of the things I was. We arrived at the same time in 2007, and when I heard you were doing that, it was my hope that IPFW could continue to have a professional relationship with you, because how many academic units have a professional theater 30 miles down the road? So congratulations. Okay, so you have a lobby where you do musical reviews on, literally, Lauren, you weren't there, but it was a 4x8 stage.
I heard all about it.
You've heard all about it.
Madness.
And you picked The Sound of Music, Joel. What?
Well,
out of the gate.
we decided to go big or go home.
Exactly.
And it was funny because it was the New Huntington Supper Club, as you know, before,
Right.
and we wanted to transition into a full theater-focused venue. And we realized we couldn't call it the New Huntington Get Supper Somewhere Else Club.
No, you
that would
couldn't.
be awkward.
Please, yeah.
And because of that sort of transition and the baby steps we've taken towards this leap, that's where Different Stages came from as the new umbrella of producing. But we wanted something that would help an audience feel comfortable with taking the risk of discovering what we had to offer.
Right.
So we wanted something that would intrigue them, that was safe as a title, but yet that we really passionately felt we could bring something unique to.
Right.
And we feel like we have a really a very text-based approach to the piece, which I'm really excited about.
Well, you know, coming from the theater, I can tell you there's 3 titles that will sell: Sound of Music, Oliver, My Fair Lady.
Yeah.
Do any one of those,
Right.
you're going to sell lots and lots of
Right.
tickets.
Yeah.
So it's a great way to start, to get people in. I agree, to get people to sort of meet your theater for the first time.
And
You'll
it
get a
will
lot
kill
of
us
new
in the
audience.
process. We
Yeah,
are
well,
exhausted.
you know, welcome to the theater.
It's huge.
If you haven't been killed now, you gotta wait. And you are playing, you've been brought as a professional actress to play
Maria.
The-
Maria Rayner.
the great part, the great
Yes.
coveted part.
One of my dream roles.
Is it?
I'm
Yeah.
so excited that I finally get to bring this role to life. It's you know, every kid grows up wanting to play Maria.
Absolutely.
So I feel very lucky.
And you've never played it.
I never have, no.
So this is it.
This
Wow.
is it. This is my shot.
Fantastic.
And we worked hard to get her. She was submitted to us, but Lauren has worked at some very prestigious theaters, and you know we were new, so
Right.
so it's her agent was like, but we were very lucky.
Right.
We have a mutual friend named Bill Nolte who
We
I
do.
dialect coached for his work on The Producers on Broadway.
Yep. He's had 11 Broadway shows.
And Bill
He's-
sort
yeah.
of went to bat for us with Lauren and said, he's
Go out
an
to the
okay
hinterland.
guy. Yeah, and we are. When I say she is world class, it is not. She is
Well,
stunning.
if you studied at the Boston Conservatory, I'm sure that you are. And I also know that one of Joel's favorite go-to programs is the Boston
It is
Conservatory.
indeed.
So
Oh, I
I'm
had no
not
clue.
surprised that he got you. So
Well, thank you.
it's a dream role, but it's still challenging, yes?
Oh, it is because it's been done so many times, and everyone has the iconic role of Julie Andrews to live up to, and so we really work together. We're trying to make it a unique, real take on who Maria really was, and we both read her story that she wrote. So I could really get to the heart of who Maria was, and she was not. We were talking about how she's not perfect and proper and prim. She was very get down on her knees and climb up the mountain, and she was on the ground with the kids, and I love that about her, that she's not perfect. She is very human, and I can relate to that.
Often when you see actresses play her, they're actually playing Mary Poppins. and when she is first, when she is first described, she climbs a tree and scrapes her knee.
Right.
You need to create a woman, a girl. She was
Right.
18,
Right.
who really is believable as doing that. She's a tomboy. She's much more Anne of Green Gables than she is Mary Poppins.
And has the strong arm to take on 7 children.
Exactly.
I mean, that
Yeah.
takes a personality, 18 or not, to take
Really,
on 7 children.
it
So
does,
there's a
and-
personality behind it that's pretty strong and pretty
Yeah.
driven.
Exactly.
and
it's-
him.
Right.
And him.
And a captain.
Right. Now, how long have you been here? Or how long have you been in rehearsal?
This is my third day today.
Third day.
Yes.
Welcome on
I know.
television.
I know, here I am.
You
Welcome
should be
to
in
New York.
rehearsal, but we expect you to be on television in the third day, knowing all about it. And you open when?
We open on July 8th and run until the 27th. So it's a lengthy run.
It is.
And the reason for that is we really want to try and give people a chance to get word of mouth going and discover us. And so
The contact information is, ticket information is 260-454-0603, 260-454-0603, or www.different-stages.com. And they can get tickets online.
they can, or they can call our box office.
Right.
And they will love it.
Okay.
I guarantee.
Yes.
Before we're done, I do want to hear about the rest of your season because you have a
We
whole
are.
season
We're
planned.
following it. We're following Sound of Music in August with a hilarious play called Moonlight and Magnolias that is based on the true story of David O. Selznick shutting down production on Gone with the Wind because he was unhappy with how it was going. And he brought in one of Hollywood's top screenwriters, Ben Hecht, and the guy who was in the middle of directing Wizard of Oz, locked them in his office for 5 days and made them rewrite Gone with the Wind. It is very, very, very funny. And
How large is the cast?
That's 4.
Yeah,
a
see,
cast of
this
4.
is what you do. You go
Yeah,
from 26 to 4 because you can pay 4 more than you can pay 26. Such a smart producer.
Smart, very smart.
And they all get their own room.
That's right.
And then in the fall, we're doing the Full Monty.
My favorite, one of my favorites. I
I'm
directed
sure it is,
Yes,
John.
I directed it. I directed it. That's why.
And it's such a heartwarming show.
It is.
And people mistakenly think that it's going to be just raunchy.
Yeah,
and
no, not at all.
It is heart and
all
funny and smart and beautiful. And then we'll be returning to our holiday supper club format for a Christmas review. And then we'll figure out the future from there.
Well, congratulations. I'm so
Thank
excited for
you.
you. You will see me at your front door.
Oh, thank you,
I'll be there to
sir.
support you. Lauren, welcome to Fort Wayne and Huntington. I know you'll have a great time playing one of the best roles in American musical theater.
Thank you so
And I know
much.
you do a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you both for being on Arts Weekly. I'm John O'Connell, Dean of the IPFW College of Visual and Performing Arts. Tune in next time on Arts Weekly when Charles Shepard of the Fort Wayne Museum of Art talks about the 42nd Annual International Glass Invitational opening June 28th. Then Mark Fennessy will be here to learn we'll hear all about his steampunk sculpture. For up-to-the-minute arts updates, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And be sure to join us here Thursday evenings at 7:30 on PBS 39. Thanks for watching Arts Weekly.